Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round 5 of the PNTCC. It's Monday night. My name is Anders. I'll be your host for this evening's race. And boy, oh boy, I think it's going to be a good one. 1, Thruxton, and 2, the touring cars. The PNTCC is always incredibly popular. Probably our most popular series of everything that we do. And the racing is always tight. I mean, this is just free practice, but look at how close the full grid is, really not much splitting between them. And also, there's not much splitting between the whole grid, really. If I can find where my standings have gone. Standings have gone. Oh no, let's try that. So let me just load up the standings once we've got a bit of music. There we go. Sorry it's not ultra seamless, it's very difficult. So you can see that Jay Skyring's currently leading the bill with 152 points. Lloyd, who's chasing his first PNR championship win with... Or not a championship win, just championship, really. With 139. No wins to his name, and he really needs to get that sorted out today. Butler in P3 with 116. 66 with 109. This championship with 3 rounds to go, 6 races, maximum of 150 points on offer, is yet anyone's to win. Mayer in P5, 91 points. Cole in 6th with 63. And Ollie Smith in 7th with 51. Coulson in 8th with 41. Joint with Sobek. And Toriko in P10 with 38. So here we go. So we're just watching Lloyd go through, as I mentioned, yet to get a win yet in the PNTCC this season. And is definitely looking to get one today. And after this race today, we have our longest ever PNTCC race, which I will tell more about when we are in the ad break for qualifying. But we're just watching Lloyd now just make his way through the final chicane section, hitting the tyres. He did that last week. He needs to make sure that doesn't happen this week, otherwise it's going to be a bad time. So what is going on in the way of PNR? The GT2s are heading to Silverstone this Sunday evening. Porsche Multiclass Wednesday at 8:30 GMT, racing around the Satcham Ring. That should be a very, very good one. And tonight you're watching the PNR Touring Car Championship here at Thruxton, Britain. Next week we are heading over to Spa. First time we are heading to Spa in the PNTCC. As I mentioned, the PNR GT2 World Championship is heading to Silverstone this weekend. So the Dodge Viper, Lamborghini, Ferrari and the BMW will be hashing it out around there. And the Satcham Ring, we're still looking for more sign-ups, so if you want to get involved, make sure you use the link in the description below. Mayor, hello Mr. PNR, hello Mr. Mayor. I hope you have a very good race this week, sir. I hope you have a good one. I really do. I really, really, really do. But good luck, have a good quali. As we rejoin trackside, we'll be keeping an eye on Jay Skyring, our current championship leader. And depending on how today goes, could still very well be the championship leader at the end of this. And we'll go on board for the lap. Hope you do too. I hope you don't have a good race, says Noah to Mayor in chat. You guys need to get your heads in the game. Get the qualifying lap times down. Looks like, oh, and that looks like Spores ran wide there at Thruxton. It's not Thruxton. At the corner there, and you'll probably see a lot of the touring cars cutting around that corner. It's within track limits according to real penalty, but I don't think it's actually the quickest. I think it makes it a little bit too shallow on exit. Exit speed's a little bit low. But here we go. Time to jump on board with Skyring. In fact, let's do this sort of camera angle. And to be fair, we want the inside right because there are so many right-hand corners through T1. Should be able to do it flat over the crest, round to the left. Hard on the brakes, straighten up into a right, left, right. Back on the power, and this is where it's pretty much flat almost for the rest of the lap. We've got a little bit of a fast left-hander here, can be taken flat. Got to be brave around Thruxton. A little bit of a let off here for Jay Skyring. You can just see how much is he going to cut this corner here. How much of an advantage is he going to try and gain. Using a lot of the cut there, but flat out as we head back up the hill, very slight hill, towards the slowest part of the circuit, which is the chicane. Very awkward braking zone, multiple lines through here. There's no real correct one really. Oh, and it looks like he hit the tyre wall, and that'll be a write-off for Jay Skyring. Cole goes over the line with a 16.44. Skyring goes over the line with a 16.8. Small goes over the line with a 17.4. I think people would be doing a lot better. Where is Lloyd? Coming through the chicane right now. 66 goes into P1, 15.07. 15.7, sorry. And Lloyd goes into second with a 15.8. And Burridge has put in over 70 laps for this race today, and is driving the VW. Let's see what sort of lap time we get here. Into P3 of a 16.2. Let's see whereabouts on track Mayer is. Coming into chicane. Oh, very squarely on the brakes. Oh, very slow to get back on the power, carrying a bit too much speed for the chicane. Yeah, I was going to say, it's not the cleanest of laps there. Adams, who is Adams? I'm not quite sure who Adams is. Butler, where's Butler tonight? No Butler tonight. It's a shame. Clear car's gone off, and that's Pindalia. Currently in P8. And we have Lettermy back in tonight for the first time. Doesn't usually get the chance to race during the weekdays. But Lettermy is here. And is probably hoping for a very good result. Adams going to be setting down a lap time now, I hope. Over the time in line, moves into P8. Farina goes over the line into P9. And it looks like Lettermy is back into the pits with the, to be fair, rather nice Audi livery. 66 is still trying to extend his lead, whereas Lloyd is on the chase. Looks like it's going to be quite a good qualifying. Cole might be able to sneak in a rather nice lap time. See Foreigner in the pits, and Cole does improve, but doesn't improve up the leaderboard. But it's a good thing he did, because Skyring behind also improved, but not enough to climb up the leaderboard. And here's Lettermy. And Lloyd moves into P1 with a 15.636. So again, Lloyd showing that he's got the one lap pace, but can he nail down an actual race result today? Who else do we need to have a look at? Let's see what Spoiler's up to. There they go. And that looks like Spool maybe cutting the grass right there. Struggling to keep that Civic on the road. And Cole is also avoiding traffic as much as possible as well. And dives off into the grass. Yeah, that grass isn't stopping you. It's very much a case of if you're on that grass, you're going to keep travelling. So Burridge, Noah is looking to hopefully improve their lap time. This is clearly an outlap. And there's a lot of cars on track with 2 minutes 40 left to go. All to play for, really. It looks like Letamy jumped up into P6 there. If that was the right person I kept an eye on. Letamy now in the pits. And there is a lot of traffic, so that ahead of Lloyd right now. It's Pindalia. He'll be hoping to get a good lap time in, but Lloyd is pushing him along. Out the way. What on earth was that about? What on earth was that about? I'm not 100%, and Lloyd's gone into the pits, clearly knowing that he's ruined Pindalia's lap time there. Flipping heck. What on earth is that about? I think Huey's just feels violated there. That was, I've never seen that in qualifying, of all places. Flipping heck, Jammer. 66 has gone over the line in the meantime during all of that with Lloyd and got a 15.633, 3 thousandths of a second faster than Lloyd. Absolutely nothing in it. And I think that's Mayer that's just gone over the line there, yeah. So Mayer's on their final shot at the dice, so let's keep an eye out for what Mayer can do. Locking up that front right, just braking a little bit too late here in the Cupra, and that'll be pretty much sadly lap time ruined. Skyring is off the circuit apparently, not finishing this lap. Lloyd's got 30 seconds to get to the timing line, which I think is going to happen. 66 is in the pits. Burridge is about to come over the timing line. We've got 2 VWs in tonight, Adams and Burridge. We'll see what Burridge can get done. He's got a chance to do one more flying lap. And he's got almost a 16-second dead. Very close too. But what can Burridge get done? And Adams has pulled over. Oh, massive lock-up there for Burridge in the chicane. That couldn't have been good for lap time. Sounded like the engine completely dropped out. You can see Lloyd in the background there. So is Mayer looking to improve, who I don't think will, sadly. Burridge, who's looking to improve. Uses as much of the track limits as possible. Be surprised that wasn't a track car, otherwise real penalty's really not adapted to Thruxton. And it really needs to be. And he's using a lot of the inside. So we'll see what Burridge can get done. Don't see Lloyd in the background, so I think Lloyd might have actually given in a little bit. And this is looking like a rather good... Oh, he clips the tyres on the way through. But I think he gets away with it. 14, 15, 16, 1. No improvement for Burridge. And Lloyd, I don't think it's improving either. No, 17.00. It looked like Lloyd ended up dropping down a little bit. So, 66 is our pole sitter for today's race. Lloyd is in P2 Skyring, P3 Burridge, P4 Cole, P5 Lettermy, P6 Spool in P7. Adams P8, Mayer P9, just needs to sort out, maybe move the brakes a little bit further to the back if you can hear me, Mayer. So we'll be looking at the fronts quite a lot. Farina in P10 and Huey, after getting rather violated in qualifying, in P11. But quite frankly, around Thruxton is 100% a race of survival. And as we wait for the grid to stack up, let me talk to you about some more P&R events. G2 World Championship heads to Silverstone this Sunday. The Porsche Multiclass is in Satcham Ring on Wednesday night at 8:30 GMT. Plenty of spaces still available, so check out the link in the description below if you want to join in that one. The touring cars, you're watching them tonight, but next week we're heading to Belgium Spa, and hopefully that'll produce a rather tasty race. And like I said, GT2 World Championship is heading to Silverstone this weekend, and hopefully that'll provide a rather lovely race. So here we go. The person that has all the pressure on them, Lloyd, really wants this championship, he's told me multiple times, really wants it. All the cars are lined up, ready to go. Let's see if we can get a wider TV camera angle. Yeah, let's stick with the wide and far so we can wait to see. So 66 is on the inside, so here are 6 lights. One light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. And off we pop for round 5, race 1 at Thruxton. Poor start for Skyring. Looks like Lloyd got a good launch, but so does 66. As they start into place, and it looks like Cole is going to try and take massive advantage of Skyring's poor start as they head up towards the chicane. Is there going to be any death? It looks like there could be. Cole's trying to close the gap. They're all surviving. Lloyd's trying to get around the outside. It's not going to happen. There's a bit of death in the background between Spool, Mayer and Lettermy is a victor of that. And looks like Adams and Farina, sadly, the ones to take the hit. But it's 66 by Lloyd, by Cole, by Skyring, by Burridge, by Lettermy, by Spool, by Mayer, by Pindalia, Adams and Farina. But again, we've barely done half a lap yet. As Lloyd is already looking down the inside of 66. And they need to get some good points on the go here. And Lloyd has got some heavy straight line speed here. There's not much that 66 can do against that. That is incredible speed for Lloyd. Just who's going to be brave into the braking zone. There's multiple ways you can get this done. Oh, and 66 has gone off. Contact with 66 and Cole, and they've dropped down the order, so that's Skyring currently holding off Burridge. Lloyd is through into P1. Lettermy P4. Spool moves into P5. Mayer in P6. But there was definitely some contact going into the chicane between Cole and 66, but whether it was caused by the entry, who knows. But like I said, there's no definite line through that chicane, really. You want to be right on the inside. Lloyd had the inside. There wasn't really anywhere for 66 to go and just had to get round that chicane. But we'll keep an eye on. But this battle, even for 10th place, is really heating up. Farina is right on the rear bumper of Adams. It's whether they can get anything done. 66, where's my mouse gone? For some reason it's gone all the way over there. 66 is also not very far away from Mayer now, and Cole falls down into P9. Will probably be Aston. Farina is moved up into P10. Oh no, moves back down again, so clearly, no, Adams is now in P11, so I think Adams must have done a run wide as Cole dives down the inside, almost collecting the rear end of Anthony Mayer. And ends up actually going straight past Mayer. So Cole is on a mission. Try and gain back some positions. There's plenty of laps left here at Thruxton because it's quite a fast lap time. If you've got the pace, you'll be able to pick cars up pretty easily and quickly. And quite frankly, Cole is roughly on the same pace as Skyring and Lloyd up ahead, so I wouldn't be surprised if Cole gets some overtaking done. And we can see that Mayers just ran a bit wide there as Pindalia goes through, and so does Farina. It's just whether Cole can make light work of Mole ahead of them. And we can see that Farina and Letamy moves into P3. Burridge must have made a mistake there. And Letamy's up to P3. Rarely races in the PNTCC, doesn't usually get the opportunity, and 66 is looking to capitalise on Burridge's mistake. And breaks late, gets the move done. Nice and early there by 66. Neatly done. But now can he fend off Burridge? And Mayer drops down to P10. Mayer not having a good race here around Thruxton. But Burridge is certainly keeping up. Cole has made it past Mole. Spool, he is his name in the list. And we'll be looking at Burridge thinking, yep, that's my next target. Off I go. Anthony Mayer not having the best race one so far. The reverse grid today is not all of them. I thought I was going to tell you then. Thought I was going to tell you. Well, you can wait. You can wait just in case anyone here is listening. Because I don't want them, to hold off just to get onto the front of the grid. I want them to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Burridge losing the rear end of 66. So clearly, again, one lap, not bad. Racing a little bit tricky as 66 is looking to try and capitalise on Lemmy, and Lemmy's hit the tyres and gone. Oh, Lemmy! The tyres are not people's friends here at Thruxton, and he falls right down to the back of the grid. Oh, Lemmy was in P3. And all it takes is that one mistake. We saw it at Croft with Lloyd. The tyres around British circuits are not your friend by any stretch of the imagination. Cole is back up to P5 on the attack against Burridge. And I think with the way that Cole's seen red mist right now, I think he might make light work here of Burridge, as Burridge is using as much off the track as possible. But Cole's Alpha is looking far more stable, carrying a lot more speed through the corners. Oh, Burridge just dips his toe on the grass. And Cole, hopefully, will be looking to try and make a move on Burridge at some point soon. Cole's favourite place seems to be into the chicane itself. Oh, that first curb just completely offset. Well saved there. Well saved there by Cole. But good touring car action going on here. Burridge just set a personal best as well, and he needed to. It was the right time to get that PB under your belt. But we can see everyone's just struggling with the race pace a little bit here. There's Hewis. Oh, and it looks like... Who's that? That looks like Farina trying to get down the inside of Sport. It's not happening. We've got 4 cars battling here for P6. And Pindalia in the Alpha is just wondering what carnage is going to unfold. He's not going to go through the middle, is he? No, of course he isn't. He won't be that silly. But Mayer looks to... This is insane. Like, what are these 4 people doing? The fact that they're driving to the limit and not... Oh, and there goes Mole. That was happened to him in practice, so that's 1 down. Mayer's flashing the lights. Clearly feeling very racy, but Huey doesn't have to move out of the way at the end of the day. He's just got to keep it going. And Mayer moves into... Oh, he's got the inside line. Into the chicane. Needs to leave the space for Hewis. And Hewis gets back ahead of Mayer. I think Mayer was being rather respectful there. And Mo is really pushing in that Honda Civic behind. So as we've got 1 minute 40 left to go, P7 is the reverse grid position today. So at this moment in time, Pindalia will be P1 and completely locks up into chicane. Not sure what happened there. That's really unlike Huey to completely lock up. Must have the brakes a little bit too far forwards and let me move into P10. So that's now Anthony Mayer, who will be sitting on the front row of the grid in P1 if they can carry on with this sort of pace. Cole is incredibly close behind Burridge and is trying to get the move done. Points win prizes. There's only, well, if there was more, it would only be the top 12 that gets points in the PNTCC. It's a bit old-fashioned like that in regards to the point system. And you can see 66 ahead of them. Just about getting away, and Adams gets past Mole for P8. And Cole doing 117s. Must be getting frustrated. Sitting in P5. He must feel like the car that he's in is quicker. He's just got to find a way to get by as Burridge locks up. This is going to be the prime time for Cole to make his way through. And sadly, that is quite a bit of contact there. But Cole moves up into P4. Burridge tried to rejoin the circuit and Cole was just carrying the speed through. But again, it is up to the car behind. Mark Olsen did ask about this. It is up to the car behind to pass safely. So who knows what will happen there. But Cole is up into P4. Going to be getting a good haulage of points here as Lloyd comes down to the chicane to get the much needed points on the board. But the problem is that the person that he's battling is in P2 right behind him. So Lloyd comes across, race 1 winner. Skyringer will come across in P2. 66 recovers to P3. Cole gets back into P4. Burridge is in P5 after a mistake into the chicane section. Farina takes P6. Mayer takes P7. And Spall just nips Adams into P8. Lets me P10. And Huey, after colliding quite heavily with Barrier, takes P11. Oh. So here is your race winner for race 1, Lloyd. We've got a couple of minutes wait now before race 2. A few things that I've got a funny feeling I'll be asked to look at after the race, but we will have to wait and see. I'm not sure if someone just left then. I don't think they did. No, they didn't. It's 11 cars there. Spall is still on circuit and back into the pits they go. So here was your race winner, Lloyd. Skyring takes P2. 66 takes P3. Cole recovers back to P4. Burridge gets P5 after the error into the first chicane section. Farina, after starting right at the back of the grid, gets P6. It's a good result there for them. Mayer gets P7 and will be our pole sitter for race 2. Mole is in P8. Adams P9. Lettermy P10. And Pindalia rounds us off in P11. But we should be going into race 2 momentarily. Shouldn't take too long. In the meantime, whilst we're waiting, there we go. Right then. Whilst we're waiting, what was I going to say? Ah yes, our other events. The GT2 World Championship heads to Silverstone this Sunday, 8:30 GMT. Plenty of spaces to go. I end up driving this Sunday gone. It was a terrible stream. I apologise in advance. So make sure you get involved so you never have to witness such horrible driving ever again. Didn't want to rejoin the track anyway, said Noah. CD1, hello! touring cars you're watching tonight here at Thruxton, but next week they're heading to Belgium, Spa. It's the longest ever P&R race going, not as in time, but as in circuit. It's the longest track we've attempted in the PNTCC. And the Porsche Multi-Class is at Sachsenring this Wednesday at 8:30. Race 2 of the PNTCC is just moments away. Let's join them trackside. So as I mentioned, Meyer is indeed leading the way in P1. Let's change the camera angles so we can see nice and wide again. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything, the helicopter. So let's hope for a good race 2. Less carnage, please, would be accepted, but carnage is also incredibly fun to watch. So let's see how it goes. Meyer by Farner, by Burridge, by Cole, by 66, by Skyrim, by Lloyd, by Spool, by Adams, by Lettermy, by Pindalia, and here are our 6 lights. And G-Force apparently has a driver ready for me. Doesn't matter, because here's 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. And off we go for race 2 in the PNTCC, and it looks like Cole got a pretty decent start there, but so did Meyer and Farnier, sorry. It seems, but Cole is looking rather racy as we just keep it on the wide cam for now as we go up the hill. Let's see what kind we can see unfold. Cole looking to get down the inside. Hopefully everyone's relatively safe. Yeah, everyone's done alright so far. We got a Civic currently going off-road. And Lloyd moves into P6. Ball falls down to P8. Adams is in P7. 66 is P5. Skyring, what matters though, is in P9 right now, and we can see a few of the cars really struggling to get the grips. In fact, he falls down to P10. What is going on with Jay Skyring at the back? Because he's now at the back of the pack. So Skyring has not had a great start. Anthony Meyer is leading the way here at Thruxton Race 2 at the PNTCC. Burridge is looking rather racy behind them, and we can see the Audi of Jamski trying to get past 66 there, and I think he's going to do it just like he did in race 1. Burridge trying to go round the outside, late on the brakes. Can't quite get the move done, but gets the switch back, but can't get the drive. Meyer is under huge amounts of pressure here. Cole looking to go round the outside of Burridge around T1. It's not really going to happen. Burridge runs wide. He's going to have to concede the position to Cole. And that's Cole up to P2. Farnier is back into P3. After starting off in P2, Lloyd looking down the inside of Burridge, and 66 having a moment there under the brakes. So Burridge, after almost getting it done around the outside into chicane, is now under huge amounts of pressure from Lloyd, but the battle for the race lead is massively underway as we got 3 drivers really going at it, different lines being taken. I think Farnier's gone a little bit too wide there, but carrying plenty of pace there in the Cupra. And the Alpha, has it got the legs on the Cupra ahead of them? Meyer is really pushing. You can see Farnier is really pushing as well. All these drivers are not giving an inch to each other, but Cole has the inside line. That's important into chicane. Who's latest on the brakes? It's going to be Cole. Oh, and it looks like Farnier bumps into Meyer. And Burridge moves out to P3. Lloyd moves into P3. In fact, it looks like Burridge got into a little bit of a mix up there. And that's Lloyd into P3. This is huge for Lloyd and the championship, because whether he can get the maximum 50 points to make it count. Skyring moves into P8. Spool in P9. Pindalia still at the end. And that's Lloyd going sideways. And he falls down to P5. That was just under braking, and now he's got all that work left to do. And look who's behind him. It's Jay Skyring. So Cole, out in the lead, absolutely rubbing his hands together. 1.8 second gap around Thruxton is pretty much almost a guaranteed race win as long as you don't make a mistake. And Skyring is managed to get round the outside of Lloyd. So Lloyd really struggling with the Audi on the second race. And sadly, not good for Lloyd, but good for us in the form of entertainment. 66 currently in P3, chasing down Burridge, but it's also under huge amounts of pressure from Burridge behind. Skyring Meyer's ran wide, sorry, and drops all the way down to P11, and that allows Skyring and Lloyd to move up the order. Pindelia also moves up into P8. Can 66 get some much needed points to help the championship title? And Letterme and Spall have crashed out by looks of it. But we need to keep an eye on this front battle. I mean, Cole is gone. 2.3 seconds. Easy for Cole here. 66. Just looking to put Farina under pressure. And I think Farina is definitely fit now. And you can just see in the background Lloyd getting the move done on Skyring. And he needs to really break that Honda Civic behind them. In fact, so does Farina, sorry. And Lloyd gets past Adams. That's a huge overtake here. And Farina runs wide. And that's going to allow 66 straight through. Massive bonus points here for 66 for the championship. And that's Burge behind. But can Lloyd? It's a 1.2 second gap, and he's being chased here by Adams and Skyring. Skyring's got the inside line into the chicane, so this technically should be Skyring's. And through he goes, but that Audi is really not looking happy on the rear end, rear axle. It's not happy on the brakes. So we are Cole, 66, Burridge, Farina, Lloyd, Skyring, Adams, Pindelia, Mayer and Sport, and Letterme rounding off the top 11. Letterme doesn't really do touring cars. And woohoo! Farina is locking up that rear end again. And I think Lloyd's going to make very short work of this. Trying to get the run on Farina. And I think Lloyd is definitely going to get the job done. Looking down the inside here, but it's not going to happen. Lloyd needs to be patient. Just get the move done when he can. Audi's clearly got a straight line speed, but the more he weaves around, the more you can see Skyring in the background just looking to nibble. And Farina's braking at a really bizarre point into the fast corner, which is allowing Skyring to come right in there. And he's got the inside line into the chicane, and they're going to go three abreast here. Or is Lloyd going to go down the inside? Oh, Farina looks to close off the gap. Does get it done, but now there is a huge gaggle of cars, and Farina's hit the wall. There is nothing that is going to happen here. Burridge is just at the fastest lap of the race for 16.1. And Lloyd makes it through into P4. And I think Skyring tried to do the same, just couldn't get it done. Farina is defending rather heavily, but that rear end of that Cupra is not looking so great. And almost takes out Jamski in the business of braking into that chicane section. But I think this is the best that Lloyd can hope for right now, is a P4 result, and he hopes that Skyring just finishes that extra position back, because those point difference could be huge in the championship. In the meanwhile, 66 is absolutely rapid. He's got the gap down from 2.8 to 1.2 with 2 minutes 30 left to go. That Honda Civic is looking rather planted and looking rather ready to go. And it just seems to be the top end speed. You can see it in the Delta. And it's just whether catching's one thing, but overtaking, again, I've said it many times, is another. Skyring does make it through into P5, just behind Lloyd again now. Pindelia moves up into P8 past Mayer. But this is for the race lead. There is another lap after this one for certain. And that Civic of 66 is looking rather good. I mean, he's got half a second down, or not down, he's closed half a second in the first few corners alone. So Cole's really not getting sector 1 done right here. And there's the flashy lights of the Honda Civic, and so is the flashy lights of the VW, but quite frankly, I think Burridge is not really putting 66 under any pressure whatsoever. It's definitely 66 on Cole. late on the brake, 66. Cole gets the car stopped. That Civic is looking very nice through the chicane. And he's got it down to 0.4 of a second. The lights are flashing. 66 was a lot quicker than Cole that previous lap. And here is where 66 might be able to make that time up. And you can see it just there. The Alpha's really not happy through that section. It's just whether 66 can get anything done going into the final chicane. She's not going to get anything done here unless Cole runs wide, which I doubt he will. But we'll be going down to the final corner of race 2 of the PNTC round 5 season 4 to find out who is going to be our victor for today's race. And they are all flat out. Burridge runs a little bit wide but carries a lot of speed, and I don't think 66 is going to get anything done. Maybe one more lap would have done it, but he's going, he's looking. Trying to put Cole under pressure. Burridge is locked up as well. But nothing's going to happen there. And it's going to be a drag race to the line. But I think Cole has definitely got this. So Cole is going to be our race 2 winner. 66 finishes P2. Burridge P3. Lloyd will finish off in P4. Skyring in P5. Adams will be coming over the line for a fantastic race 2 result of P6. Farina, after some heavy defending, takes P7. Mayer just loses out, in fact, to Pindalia to take P9. And Pindalia finishes P8. And Letterme will be coming over the line to take P10. And Mole will be coming over the line with some fairly... Well, I thought he had car damage, but he's not. He just knows that he's rounded off the pack. CD1 in chat says, what a race. That was a fantastic race too. Very respectful all round. Congratulations, Cole, for your race 2 win. Oh, my voice is going. It's almost gone. But we will try and have a look to see what that makes of the standings, because 66 again is doing what he needs to do. He's only, you don't have to necessarily finish ahead of Jamski. You just have to stay right by him to possibly take the overall victory. But 66 would have got the best amount of foolish points out of that race after finishing P3 in race 1 and P2 in race 2. So it will be interesting. Mole says, oof, that was fun. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. No, in my first podium in my first appearance ain't bad. It is not bad at all. No, great racing. Great racing all round. And we're just waiting for the results to update. I think Burridge, you should give yourself a pat on the back there, because in race 2 you were the only driver not to get an incident point. In race 1, however, there was quite a few of you. But in race 2, you were the only one not to get an incident point. So well done, sir. Well done indeed. Too bad some can't defend on a straight line. If you're talking about into the chicane for the last chicane, there are so many different lines into that chicane there that it's really difficult if you're the car that's being overtaken or doing the overtaking to get by and defend, because it's on a slight curve. You can't really brake in a straight line. It's a very awkward chicane. Basically, you just got to hug the inside line into that one. You just got to hug it and try and get the best exit speed that you could possibly get. But there was some very bizarre not overtaking, braking being done throughout the field. I think a lot of people had the brakes towards the rear end of the car, especially in race 2. You were side by side. Was that in race 1 or race 2? So we might be able to take a look. And Lemon says, sorry, Mole. We're still just waiting for race 2. We'll have a look. We'll have a look in a minute, Mayor. We'll have a look. Oh, my voice. It's going. Need a glass of water after that race 2. Crikey. Not to mention the bumper at the start, race 1. Yeah, there's always a bit like in PNTCC, rubbing is racing. Like a bit of rubbing, bit of bumping here and there, not a problem. It's when you get punted, it's when it's that next extreme that is a problem. Made loads of stupid mistakes. I'm definitely more consistent in the GT4s. I think the pressure of a 10-minute race in touring cars, which are notoriously awkward to drive but provide amazing racing. Fabrice, I wanted to fight you. Where were you? Says Mayor in chat. But yeah, it's not it is about consistency, but you've only got 10 minutes, so you have to absolutely gun it each and every lap, because people will not give you an inch in this series. They really will not. You have to earn it, for sure. We're still waiting for the race 2 results to finalise. So don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Porsches are heading to Sachsen Ring this Wednesday, 8:30 GMT. Get signed up. I can see we've got 13 drivers right now signed up. The split isn't the healthiest. Well, it's 9-4, so that's not too bad. Not too bad. It could be a few more GT4s would be nice. And in the GT2s, honestly, you don't want to watch me race again because it's not good. Alright, Silverstone this Sunday, 8:30 GMT. Get signed up. It is such a good series. Such a good series. You need to get signed up. But to be fair, there is a runaway championship leader in that in 66. I'm pretty sure he can pretty much get the job done with another victory this weekend at Silverstone. And we're just waiting for the results to finalise again. Still waiting. Still waiting. Next Monday night is quite a big one for the PNTCC. It's our longest circuit ever, apart from maybe Macau. How long's Macau? .2 kilometers. Kilometers. Yeah, it is. Definitely is. So we are heading to Belgium Spa next Monday night for the PNTCC. It's the longest circuit we've ever done. And I know that it works wonderfully as well. So it's definitely a track that you guys want to either get a bit grindy, get a bit of practice in, and the lobby and free practice sessions will be open after this stream. So thank you ever so much for waiting patiently. We are still waiting for race 2 to finalise. Don't know what's taking so long. And I have a funny feeling next Monday's going to be very busy. I mean, Spa, a lot of people are going to sign up, I think, for next Monday. So make sure you get your practice in, get your pace up, get it done. And it looks like the results might be totaling up now. So we just got to be patient. Just got to be patient. It has indeed updated. Here we go. Are you ready, chat? Are you ready to see the standings of the PNTCC after tonight's race? It's getting close. So here we are. Jay Skyring still leading the way with 185 points, but only 6 points behind now. After today's racing is Lloyd in P2. Only 6 points. And for some reason, it's still saying Lloyd hasn't got a race victory, even though he clearly has. 66 is currently P3 with 147, trying to close that gap up today. Definitely helped. Butler falls down to P4 with 116. Mayer in P5 with 104. But look who's knocking on the door. J. Cole in P6 with 103 points. Only 1 point behind Mayer. Who is next? Ollie Smith in P7 with 51 points. Colson in P8 with 41. Sobek in 9th with 41. And Toriko in P10 with 33. Only counts race 2 wins in this table. Thank you, Mo. Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Pindalia is in P7. P11, sorry. And Burridge is in P12 with 31 points after their debut race. A very good haulage of points there, Mr. Burridge. Very good haul of points. 31, sorry. So not bad at all. Mole, keep grinding, my son. You got 24 points after 2 events. Rather good as well. Everyone else, Letterme, here we are, P22, 8 points. I feel like Letterme can do a bit better. Shane Belt T3, but happy with descends into the final chicane. Very nice overtaking tonight, Jamski. Only 6 points behind Jay Skyring in the championship, so it's all to play for with 2 more races to go. Team standings. Well, clearly, Pro Ninja Racing is the best and is forever going to win the team championships. Mayer's team, Virtual Veteran Racing, is in P3. Very nice. Turbo Racing, P4. But, you know, I'm just going to say this. If you can't beat Pro Ninja Racing in the teams, maybe you should just join the team. Ever thought about that? Ever thought about doing that? I think you should. So, ladies and gentlemen, next Monday, as I stated, is at Spa. Get signed up. Sign-ups are now available via the link in the description below and via the WSS website. You will see it under our Pretty Ninja Racing events. Get signed up now. Get your places in. Get your practice in. Get it sorted. But in the meantime, make sure you sign up for the Porsche multi-class for Wednesday night at Sachsenring. That one's going to be an epic race. I genuinely love Sachsenring. It always brings about good racing. The GT2 World Championship this Sunday. We need more drivers. Get yourself signed up. Sunday night, 8:30. These cars do not bite. Let's go. Let's get it sorted. Reviewing a couple of bits in Discord if you fancy joining. I will join for a little while. Yes, I will. I'll do it off stream now. In fact, what I do need to do though, because I promised Mayor, we were going to have a look at race 2. So let's have a gander. Right, Anthony Mayor, where are you? Mayor. Okay, right, let's move it to the stewards tab. Here we go, where we don't have any PNR stuff to cloud up our view. We can see in virtual line someone's just gone off behind. There is Cole behind. So let's see what Mayor is on about when there's making side by side. Let's keep going. Cole's all over them. Oh, a bit of a lunge out of nowhere there from someone. Yeah, Mayer had nowhere to go. So yeah, I'm not quite sure who that was. Let's have a little look. So that's Farnier just locking up the brakes, trying to follow Cole through. Locks up, yeah. And somehow held that. That is rather incredible on that part, but what's not incredible is the contact with Mayer. There was no control of the car in the braking zone. You can see the tyres completely lock up. And just colliding with Mayer, so that's got to be a 5-second penalty, really, for Farnier for causing a collision and pushing the car off the road. And you can see Mayer in the background just getting absolutely violated on the rejoin. But you can also see, I think that might be just being squeezed off the road. Oh my god, the quick fit sign almost killed him. Yeah, not really anything much can be done about that. I mean, yeah, the VW could have left a bit more space, but they themselves were just trying to get the power down. And I don't think, in all fairness, they knew you were there, sadly. Not that that's right. But Farnier definitely needs a 5-second penalty for race 2. That is full show. That was nowhere in the VW. That's exactly what happened with you and Mole, is it? So it's just a lock up into the chicane, causing another car to go off. So technically, you know, if you're not in control of your car and you knock another driver off, in theory, it is a pen because you're not in control of your car. And there goes Adams. Sport, and we can see Pindalier in the background here. You can see a Civic just... Is that a Civic? No, that's Lloyd locking up. So Mole and Pindalier letting me trying to get down the inside. Nice little move. Yeah, that's fine. A bit of bump in. That's alright. Bit more bump in. Letting me clearly likes to bump into Pindalier. There's clearly an attraction right there. Bit of door rubbing. Nothing wrong with a bit of door rubbing. Pindalier gets it back down the inside. And again, bit of door rubbing. That's alright. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, and something's happened to Mayer there. You can see the massive cloud of smoke happening. So did Mayer get pushed off there, or... Here's Mayer. Oh, Mayer's trying to go down a gap that... that's a tricky one, that. Clearly alongside. That's a tricky one, you know. Who is that next to Mayer? Is that Noah again? No, it's not. So that must be Adams. It is Adams. Can you review race 2, lap 1, T2, car 3, please? Roger that. I'll quickly have a quick look at this a minute. Yeah, technically Mayer gets taken out again there. Technically, I mean, he had all the right there to have the space. You can see, look how far alongside. Admittedly, Mayer has to dab on the brake because the entry into the corner is very shallow. You feel like you dived. Okay. Well, are you happy for me to explain why I disagree? Why I think you dived. But to do that, we have to go back. Quite some way by the looks of it. Quite a lot. This is not you diving in. You are pretty much side by side all the way through here. Adams, yeah, there's a bit of rubber banding. Happens in AC, happens in a lot of sim racing games, but you are alongside here. Adams needs to give you more space. And sadly, collected you into the corner. You deserved a lot more space on the inside there. In fact, let's see how long you are actually alongside Adams for. And they are clearly aware that you're there. So here we go. Ready? Let's count it out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, for it to be a dive, it has to be less than 1 second. You are alongside Adams for 15 seconds of a lap. And he didn't give you space. So that will have to be a 5-second penalty to Adams for causing a collision. And I've lost my pen to write all of this down. So we've got a 5-second penalty to... I just jot on my phone. Ugh. So we've got a 5-second penalty for Farnet. Okay. So I just need to add a task. Farina, 5 seconds. R2. Contact. And we also have Adams. 5-sec penalty. Race 2. Lack of space. And contact. Okay, now Skyring wants me to look at, can you review race 2 lap 1 T2 car 3 please? So car 3 for me is Skyring. Let's go back to the beginning. I think QS deserves way more than 5 seconds for race 2 last chicane, like 30 seconds minimum. Okay, right, let's go back. So he wants lap 1 T2 car 3 for being so rude. Okay, we'll have a little look. I have a funny feeling that's a huge amount of sarcasm right now, but let's have a look. So Skyring wants us to keep on board with them, I'm assuming. Let's have a little look. Lap 1 T2. I don't remember it being this dark in the street. It was not this dark, so I don't know what's going on here. So this is T1. Goes round the outside of whoever that is. This is T2. Nothing. That's T3. And to take. I think it was the Cole Fanier incident. No, car number 3. This is car number 3. Car number 3. I need a name. Give me a name. Who's the actual driver? Who's the car that we're looking at? Car Fournier. Because it's different for every replay. No, T3. So at T3, on board with who? Is it Cole? Oh, car number 3. I'm with you. Okay, car number 3 here. That is a bonk. That is a bonk. There is a bonk. Bonk the donk against Mr. Skyring. I think. Is it against Mr. Skyring? It's not against Mr. Skyring. J Sky sees murder. I would agree, you know. I wouldn't say murder. I would say Cole's gone up to someone and deliberately given him a paper cut in between the fingers. It's definitely like that. So it's not like an out and out murder, but it's painful. So yeah, Skyring's completely accurate here. So let's talk you through what's going on in my head. So we're at this point here, technically off the circuit right now. Okay. Now, yeah, plenty of space all around. All good. Quite a good amount of lock on for the Alpha of Cole. But as we keep it going here, you can just see the car, when it comes off the curb, is literally basically just bouncing into the road. So technically, Cole's not really in control of the car here and could have slowed down a little bit more into the corner. Here's lap 1, is busy. As we keep going on, the car just understeers straight into whoever this is. I think it's Farnier, really. And just gives them a bump off the circuit. Now, in the eyes of Pretty Ninja, and the way that we do our stewarding, we have basically have a gentleman's agreement. If you bump into a car and they go off the road, and you kind of know that, you know, you could have done more for that bump not to happen. Burridge rejoin. Okay, Burridge rejoin. That's not a problem. Technically, you should just give the position back. You know, but I can understand, and here at the moment is very difficult. So we'll just keep the penalties as simple as for now. So this will just be a simple 5-second penalty again. It's just if the position was given back, no problem. But it's early on in the race. I can understand racing incidents happening. But in the eyes of Pretty Ninja, and the way that we've always done of our races for the past, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years, sadly, that is a penalty offence. It's basically, yeah, just more could have been done for the car behind not to make contact. So it's not going to be 10, it's going to be 5. Because quite frankly, that's not as bad as some of the others. Still not fantastic, but it's not as bad as some of the others. So we've got Cole, 5 sec. And now we've got... What else was it? Sorry, right. Cole, Burridge rejoin. Was this race 1 or race 2? No, 10 seconds. Nah, 5 seconds. So we're on board of... And there goes Lloyd, flying off into the distance. And the braking. Just whee! Race 1, race 1. Okay, thank you, thank you. I was going to say, we're going to be there for a long time if it was going to be race 2. Okay. So we've got those at the moment. Race 1. Let me see if I can got it in my replays. I should do. Race 1. Play! Burridge rejoin. Mo literally just... Oh, hang on, there's more to the Agatha Christie puzzle here. Who's this? Adams. It's a chain reaction here. Oh dear, and does he gain the positions? Oh, now... Adams the Redeemer. Wait, hang on. Has he actually let... He hasn't actually let through the right cars, has he? Oh yeah, he has their spool. There's Burridge. Okay. Right. Someone needs to get this man a pint. I think, yeah, exactly right, Jamski. So, Adams did it perfectly. This is exactly what we're after. I can't believe how dark it is. Why is it so dark in the replay? God damn it. So clearly, you know, owns up to their mistake. Knocks into Mole, which knocks into Burridge. And Burridge gets taken away. And it looks like Lettermy tries to squeeze through. Oh, and it looks like Mayer gets bumped as well. By who? By whom? Who is that? Is that Pindalia? It's Huey, isn't it? That's nothing. That's racing. That's racing incident. Yeah, there was not really much that Pindalia can do. It became a bit of a loggerhead. Nowhere he could go. Nothing needs to happen with that. Nothing needs to happen for anybody because, quite frankly, that was managed like gentlemen. So, thank you. Right, Burridge, where the hell are you? There you are. Right. Burridge rejoin. Let's see what we can find. Oh. Oh, 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 hello. Hello. Okay. You're not live here. No, Cole, not yet. This is literally the incident that you're talking about here. If you looked at the end of lap 1, yeah, this is it. Okay, so I'll talk you through it, but there will be no penalties. So again, it just looks like under brake, and the chicane is rather awkward. It really is at Thruxton. I absolutely freaking love it because of it. But in this instance here, Cole had, in the nicest way, you know where to go. Everyone's racing. It's the end of lap 1. Things are going to happen. Difference being 66 gets away pretty much unscathed. Well, I say pretty much unscathed. But 66 gets away. And Cole's 2 car lengths behind. The damage has been done. It's only a 10-minute race. Nothing needs to happen here. Nothing needs to happen. I'm being quite lenient with that one. But again, it is up to the car behind. Should have been, you know, a bit more... what's the word that I'm looking for? Should have expected that sort of thing into that corner, really, from Cole's perspective. But, yeah, it's such a thin road going into the chicane. Yeah, 66 could have given Cole a bit more space at the end of the day, but at the same time Cole wasn't fully alongside. Racing incident, move on. Alright, where is the Burridge rejoin? Let's have a wee look. And that was a prime example of how not to do the chicane just then by Burridge. Look how much time's been lost. Oh, here we go. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Wait, what happened there? What happened there? Hang about. Oh, that was letting me when it hit in the tyre wall. Yeah, don't need to watch that. I saw it on stream. It was near the end of the race, maybe. Okay. We'll just keep going. We're on fast forward. And how much did he PayPal me? More than you did. And again, another example of how not to do that chicane. I can talk you through it if you like, but we're not looking for that right now. Here we go. Better. That was better that lap. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. 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 Yeah. That's an unsafe rejoin. I don't take bribes. I take charity donations. Right. To the back pocket of Anders. So, here we go. So, clearly runs wide here. Rejoins the track. You can... It's just a bit silly, really. In the nicest way. Yeah, if you don't have radar on already, Noah, maybe just flick it on, because that could have been saved there. You knew that there was a car right behind you. It's not necessarily about the speed in which you come back on, it's the angle. So I understand that you're trying to rectify your lap, but just straighten up a bit, and then Cole can get round, and you can maybe go side by side into the new corner here, into the left-hander here. But yeah, it's not the best of rejoins, not the best of rejoins at all. Was it that one? Can I make a charitable donation for no more front-wheel drive cars? No. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do about that one. I feel like I want to educate more than penalise with that one, because Cole clearly gets a massive run-off into the distance. It didn't spin Cole out yet. Not great. I feel like it's more of an education, more of an educate than penalise sort of moment, I feel. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're also here to do. We're here to share our experience of sim racing knowledge. So what Burridge should have done here, instead of going onto the circuit and bumping into Cole, is just drive along here for a bit longer. Cole would have had to have gone back out to get into this corner. Cole literally... If you were to stay off here, you are talking less than half a second, and it'll be more than enough in front for you to just tuck back in. So I feel like, yeah, I'm not going to penalise that because Cole goes off into the distance. But just more for future reference, Burridge. On any circuit, alright, just go a little bit further down the runoff. Let the cars behind just go through. And then off you go. And love the flashes. I saw the flashes as well. I mean, if you're really trying to put the fear of God into him, that's going to do it. Unless you were just apologising. But, yeah. I think there's nothing that can be... There's no point penalising that, because you can see the gap is massive anyway. Yeah, dude, I was only angry after the race because I didn't know how unsafe it was. That's fair enough. No, it's fair enough. It was... Yeah, it wasn't the smartest. It was just more of the angle. You were so sharp to come back on. And just, you know... For safety and for your own race as well, because put it this way, let's say this was a Formula car, okay, so we're driving open wheelers now, and you come onto the circuit like that, that's the rear tyre of Cole's Formula car, and your front right hitting, probably broken both your suspensions, and that's both of the cars out of the race. If you want to compare it, you know, with those sort of cars, that's what would have happened. And you know, we're talking a few minutes left of the race to go. It's not worth it. Hey, up. What's Anthony Mayer doing off over in the distance? Going for a picnic by the looks of it. Oh, this was after the race. I thought I was in slow-mo for a second. I was like, what the hell? I'm trying to get the car back on track ASAP. Yeah, totally understand that, Noah. Totally understand that. But yeah, sometimes it is just better taking the hit and doing the catching up, especially if you know that you're faster than the car that's about to overtake you anyway. Just let them by. You know your car is 100% safe then, because what a lot of people don't really realise is that the moment where is it? The moment you're there, the moment you're here, all 4 of your tyres are dirty. So the next, especially around Croft, you're probably talking, let's just fast forward. You're probably talking to around about here before the scrub is gone. So you're going to lose grip around all of those corners, hence why Cole is so far off in the distance. And you may have found the car to not quite be as responsive as it was. It's not because of damage, it's just purely because you've got dirty tyres. Because you went off the racing track, especially if it was on grass or dirt. So, yeah, just next time, take your time coming back on. Alright, take your time, because it's for your benefit as well as everyone else's. So, the only penalties I have to give out are a 5-second to Cole, a 5-second to Adams, and a 5-second to Farnier. Jamski is off for a Bathurst. And speaking of Bathurst, Bathurst? Sorry, not Bathurst. It's on the mind because I know the PNTCC is going there. Porsche Moy Class, Sebring, sign up, do it now. Whilst I'm sorting this out. And we'll take a quick look at the standings afterwards to see if there's any changes. Might have been too mean to Maya. Oh mate, I'm gonna be here forever. I got like the kitchen to sort out, child to sort out. I'm sure it's fine. It'll be alright. I gotta get in. Got a poorly wife and a baby that's just not sleeping well. So I just want to get these things sorted. Right. Calendar. There we go. Right, race 1. It's only Mayor anyway. Fair enough. Fair point. Cole, was it race 1 or race 2? Was that race 1 or race 2 for Cole? Race 1, wasn't it? Yeah, race 1. Because it was T1 race 1. Yeah. Or T3 race 1, wasn't it? Yeah. I think. Oh no, it was race 2, lap 1. Right, it was race 2. I need to make sure that I get this right. Race 2 renders, thank you very much. Race 2 for Cole, thank you. I didn't know it. I noted it down for all the others, but didn't for that one. Penalty. Race time, 5 seconds. Reason. Avoidable contact in race 2, turn 1, 2, 3, lap 1, gaining a position in the process. Yeah, I did it on stream. Even talked everyone through it, Mr. Cole. We took everyone through it. But you can have a look for yourself. In the apex, you were off the circuit, bumped into another car, and gained a position in lap 1, T3. Adams also needs to get 5-second penalty in race 2. Adams, there we go. Create penalty. 30 time. Race time. 5 seconds. Reason. avoidable contact. Not giving space to the car on the inside. Which one was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Car on the inside, T8. Car was alongside for 15 seconds before the corner, causing the opponent's cars, causing a spin. Confirm. Jukes. Jukes. Right, so that's Adam. And then Farnia was race 1, if I remember correctly. Was it? No, it was race 2. Contact. What was the contact? I looked at so many bloody different instances, like fucking memory's fried. Penalty, race time, 5 seconds. Avoidable contact. What was it for again? I'm sure I saw it somewhere. What was it? For spinning someone out, wasn't it? Yeah, race 2, lap 1, Farina. What was the incident now? I've completely forgotten what it is. Okay. Oh yes, bumping you off the circuit. Lost control into the braking zone of the final 3 from chicane, causing contact and pushing a race leader off the track. And losing multiple positions in the process. You also didn't hand a position back. Okay, confirm. I just put avoidable contact, lost control into the braking zone of the final chicane, causing contact and pushing a fellow racer off the track, losing multiple positions in the process. Done. Right, that will do. I'm happy with all of that. So let's have another look at the standings. Well, what do you know? What do you know? Hasn't changed anything apart from Jamski is now 3 points behind Jay Skyring in the championship. There is now only a 3 points gap rather than 6. Cole is in P6 with 93. We missed the last lap of race 2. Oh, sorry, Mayor. Butler still holds P4. 66 is still in P3. 30 points behind Lloyd in P2. So a lot of work there for 66. But who knows? With the way that the championship has been going so far. Cole is in P6, as I mentioned already, 93. Mayer's in P5 with 104. Only 11 points ahead of J. Cole, which is absolutely nothing, really. And then we have Colson P8, Sobek P9, who didn't race, Toriko didn't race, Burridge is in P11 with 33, joint 10th, in fact, with 33 points, Pindalier in P12 with 32 points, only 1 point behind for the top 10 position. And that is about it. Right, I'm very sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to have to call it quits there. Thank you for tuning in. and I hope you enjoyed the PNTCC. I certainly did. And I will catch you guys on Wednesday evening for the Porsche Multiclass. Again, make sure you get yourselves signed up for what is going to be a rather decent race in my opinion. But until then, look after yourselves, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.